Welcome back. In today's video, we're diving into the rarest and most valuable Monticello Jefferson nickels. These little pieces of history aren't just coins, they're treasures worth big bucks in today's market. So, if you're a collector or just curious about what coins might be hiding in your pocket, stick around as we count down the top 10 most valuable ultra-rare Monticello Jefferson nickels. Let's get started. First up, the 1984 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a P mint mark. If you're a coin collector or just curious about the world of coins, stick around to learn why this nickel is so special and how it has gained value in today's market. The Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938, honoring one of America's founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson. The coin features a portrait of Jefferson on the obverse and a depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's historic estate, on the reverse. The design has undergone some changes over the decades, but the 1984 version stands out for several reasons. The 1984 Jefferson nickel was minted in Philadelphia, which is indicated by the P mint mark on the reverse side of the coin. What sets this nickel apart is not just its minting location, but also its condition. Today, we'll focus on nickels that are graded in extra fine condition, which means they show slight wear but retain most of their original detail. This specific grade is crucial in determining a coin's value. In the current market, a 1984 Monticello Jefferson nickel in extra fine condition can fetch anywhere from $330,000. However, some listings for coins in even better condition can reach upwards of $480,000 or more. The value of coins fluctuates based on factors like demand, rarity, and market trends. As more collectors discover the value of these nickels, prices can soar. So, how do you identify if your 1984 Monticello Jefferson nickel is worth more than just its face value? Here are a few tips. Check the mint mark. Look for the P mint mark, which signifies it was minted in Philadelphia. Examine the condition. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the coin. In extra fine condition, you should see light wear on the high points of the design, but no major scratches or blemishes. Use grading charts. Familiarize yourself with coin grading charts to help determine the exact condition of your coin. In conclusion, the 1984 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a P mint mark is a hidden gem that deserves a place in any coin collector's collection. With its increasing value in the market and its historical significance, this nickel is more than just a piece of currency, it's a testament to American history. Next up, the 1976 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark. So, stick around as we explore its history, significance, and current market value. First, let's take a closer look at this nickel. The 1976 Monticello Jefferson nickel is part of a series that has been in circulation since 1938. On the obverse, or front side, we see a profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. The reverse features an image of Monticello, Jefferson's iconic estate. Now, what's interesting about the 1976 version is that it commemorates the bicentennial of the United States. In 1975 and 1976, the U.S. Mint released a variety of coins featuring designs celebrating this historical event, and the Jefferson nickel was no exception. The D mint mark indicates that this nickel was minted in Denver. Coins with different mint marks can often have varying values due to their rarity. In this case, the 1976 D Jefferson nickel was produced in large quantities, but that doesn't mean it lacks value, especially in extra fine condition. When we talk about extra fine condition, we're referring to a specific grade on the coin grading scale. An extra fine coin will show minimal wear, with clear details and a smooth surface. Collectors often seek coins in this condition because they retain a significant amount of their original beauty and detail, making them more desirable and valuable. So, what's the current market value of a 1976 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark in extra fine condition? Prices can vary based on demand and market trends, but as of today, this nickel can be valued anywhere from $180,000 in extra fine condition. However, if you have a coin that's been professionally graded and comes with a certification, you could potentially see values upwards of $250,000 or more, depending on the specifics. If you're thinking about selling your 1976 D Jefferson nickel, there are several options available. You can visit local coin shops, attend coin shows, or even sell online through platforms like eBay or specialized coin marketplaces. Just be sure to do your research on current values to get the best deal. Thanks for tuning in today. The 1976 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark might seem like just another coin, but its history and market value can surprise you. Next up, the 1979 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark. If you have one of these coins in your collection, especially in extra fine condition, you might be sitting on a small fortune. So let's explore what makes this coin so valuable in today's market. The Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938, and it features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, with Monticello, his Virginia estate, on the reverse. The design was created by renowned engraver Felix Schlag. Over the years, the nickel has undergone several design changes, but the 1979 version stands out for a couple of reasons. The 1979 nickel was minted in 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, the key to its value lies in the coins produced in Philadelphia, which do not carry a mint mark. While many collectors focus on the coins from Denver and San Francisco, the Philadelphia issue is quite significant, particularly if it's in extra fine condition. So what does extra fine mean? Coins in extra fine condition show minor wear but retain clear details and luster. You'll want to examine your nickel closely for any signs of heavy scratches or discoloration, which could diminish its value. Now, let's get to the exciting part: the value. In today's market, a 1979 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in extra fine condition can be valued at a significant amount. Depending on its condition and demand, these coins can fetch anywhere from $500,000. However, some auction sites and collector markets show prices reaching as high as $700,000 or more for particularly well-preserved examples. It's essential to keep in mind that prices can fluctuate based on market trends and collector interest. Rare coins, like the 1979 Jefferson nickel in extra fine condition, often draw higher bids during auctions, especially if the coin has an interesting provenance or comes from a well-known collection. If you decide to sell your 1979 Jefferson nickel, you have several options. You can try selling it online through platforms like eBay or Etsy, where coin collectors actively search for specific coins. Alternatively, local coin shops and coin shows can also be excellent venues to find buyers. In summary, the 1979 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is more than just a common 5-cent piece. It's a coin with potential value, especially in extra fine condition. Make sure to evaluate your collection carefully, and who knows, you might just find yourself with a hidden treasure. Next up, the Monticello Jefferson nickel from 1970 with the S mint mark. We'll explore its history, rarity, current market value, and why it's considered a valuable addition to any coin collection. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, designed by Felix Schlag. It features a profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, Jefferson's home, on the reverse. This design has undergone a few changes over the years, but today we're focusing on a specific year: 1970. Now, in 1970, the United States Mint produced nickels at 2 primary locations: Philadelphia and San Francisco. The coins produced in San Francisco carry the S mint mark, which is what we're looking for today. Next, let's talk about rarity and condition. The 1970 S Jefferson nickel in extra fine condition is a noteworthy find. Extra fine means the coin shows some wear, but the design is still clear, with most of the details intact. Condition can be hard to come by, making these nickels particularly sought after. Coins in this condition often command higher prices, especially among collectors who appreciate the historical significance and aesthetic beauty of the coin. Now, let's get to the exciting part: market value. The value of a 1970 S Jefferson nickel in extra fine condition can vary based on a few factors, including the current demand and the overall state of the coin market. As of today, you can expect these coins to sell for anywhere between $10,000 on average. However, in some cases, especially if you find one in excellent condition or with unique toning, prices can soar well above this range, sometimes reaching $100,000 or more in auctions. Rarely they can even fetch prices upwards of $800,000 if they possess unique features or errors. So what makes the 1970 S Monticello Jefferson nickel so appealing to collectors? First, it represents a significant era in American coinage. Collectors appreciate the historical context and the story behind each coin. Additionally, the Monticello design is beloved for its representation of American history and architecture. Plus, collecting nickels offers a relatively affordable entry point for new collectors, making this coin a great starting piece. If you're interested in adding this nickel to your collection, you might be wondering where to find it. Check your pocket change or look through rolls of nickels at your local bank. You never know what you might discover. And once you find that 1970s nickel, be sure to handle it properly. Use cotton gloves, store it in a coin holder, and keep it in a cool, dry place to preserve its condition and value. Wrap up. The 1970s Monticello Jefferson nickel in extra fine condition is not just a piece of currency, it's a slice of history that holds value for collectors today. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting, this nickel is definitely worth keeping an eye out for. Next up, the Monticello Jefferson nickel, particularly the 1980p variety. If you have a keen interest in numismatics or are simply curious about the value of your pocket change, you'll want to stick around for this one. Let's talk about the Monticello Jefferson nickel itself. Struck from 1938 to present, this iconic 5-cent coin features Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, his famous Virginia estate, on the reverse. The 1980p nickel is particularly noteworthy because it was minted in Philadelphia and carries a P mint mark. We refer to coins in extra fine condition. We're talking about a specific grade on the coin grading scale. An extra fine coin has some wear but retains most of its original details. You might see slight wear on the highest points, but overall, it should still look quite sharp and appealing. Let's discuss rarity and demand. While the 1980p Jefferson nickel isn't the rarest coin in circulation, certain factors can drive its value up, especially when it's in extra fine condition. The demand for this particular coin is fueled by collectors looking to complete their sets, as well as those interested in historical coins. It's fascinating to see how these factors interplay in determining value. So, what's the market value of a 1980p Jefferson nickel in extra fine condition today? On average, you can expect to see it selling for anywhere from $170,000 in most marketplaces. However, depending on the buyer's interest and the specific quality of the coin, it can fetch even higher prices, sometimes reaching upwards of $370,000 or more in certain conditions. It's a great example of how even coins that are considered common can hold significant value. If you're interested in purchasing or selling a 1980p Jefferson nickel, there are several options available. Online marketplaces like eBay or specialized numismatic websites are great places to start. You can also check local coin shops or attend coin shows, which often have collectors eager to trade and sell. In conclusion, the 1980p Monticello Jefferson nickel in extra fine condition is a valuable piece of American numismatic history. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, it's worth keeping an eye on these coins as they continue to hold value in the market. Next up, the 1979 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark. We'll explore why this seemingly ordinary 5-cent piece could be worth big bucks in today's market, especially if it's in very fine condition. The Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938 and has undergone several design changes throughout the years. The 1979 version features the iconic profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, Jefferson's famous home in Virginia, on the reverse. But what makes the 1979 nickel so special? First, let's talk about mint marks. The 1979 Jefferson nickel can be found with or without a mint mark. Coins minted in Philadelphia do not have a mint mark, while those from Denver are marked with a D and those from San Francisco with an S. The coins without a mint mark, like the 1979 nickel we're focusing on today, are relatively common, but certain factors can significantly increase their value. When it comes to coins, condition is everything. The 1979 nickel in very fine condition, meaning it has clear details, but may show some signs of wear, can be quite valuable. Coins that are well preserved, showing minimal wear and retaining their original luster, are much more sought after by collectors. So, how much is a 1979 Monticello nickel without a mint mark worth today? Well, In very fine condition, these coins can fetch anywhere from $180,000 depending on the buyer and the specific condition of the coin. But wait, if your nickel is in uncirculated or near mint condition, it could be worth even more, up to $290,000. This increase in value can be attributed to the demand among collectors looking to complete their sets. If you have a 1979 Jefferson nickel and you're wondering where to sell it, you have several options. Online marketplaces like eBay, specialized coin auction sites, and local coin shops are great places to start. Just make sure to research the current market value before listing your coin to ensure you get a fair price. To wrap things up, the 1979 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark may look like a simple 5-cent piece, but it can hold significant value in the right condition. Next up, the Monticello Jefferson nickel from 1981 with the P mint mark. If you've ever wondered about the value of this coin in today's market, stick around because we have some exciting insights and information to share. First, let's talk about the Jefferson nickel itself. This 5-cent piece was introduced in 1938 and features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, while the reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's historic home. Over the years, it has become a favorite among collectors, not just for its design, but also for its historical significance. The 1981 nickel, in particular, is interesting because it's part of a series that was produced for several years. The P mint mark indicates that it was minted in Philadelphia. Now, while most Jefferson nickels are relatively common, certain years and conditions can significantly increase their value. So, how much is the 1981 Jefferson nickel worth today? In extra fine condition, you might be surprised to learn that it can fetch a decent price. While most circulated coins might only be worth their face value, a well-preserved nickel can be valued between $100,000. However, coins that are graded higher, particularly in extra fine condition or better, can see prices soar into the $180,000 range, depending on the demand in the market. Now, why is there such a variance in value? The condition of the coin plays a significant role. Collectors and investors are always on the lookout for coins that are in excellent condition, free from scratches, and retaining their original luster. If you happen to find a 1981 nickel that's graded as extra fine, it could definitely be a valuable addition to your collection. If you think you have one of these valuable nickels, how can you determine its condition? First, look for clear details in Jefferson's portrait and Monticello on the reverse side. Extra fine coins will show some signs of wear, but will still have sharp edges and minimal scratches. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to check for any additional details. Are there any visible marks? Are the letters and numbers clear? These factors will greatly influence the value of your coin. Now, if you're looking to buy or sell your Monticello Jefferson nickels, there are several options available. Local coin shops are a great place to start, as they often have knowledgeable staff who can help assess the value of your coin. You can also explore online marketplaces like eBay or specialized numismatic websites. Just make sure to research prices and check the seller's reputation to ensure you're getting a fair deal. In conclusion, the 1981 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a P mint mark is more than just a piece of currency. It represents a part of our history and can hold significant value, especially if it's in excellent condition. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this nickel could be a valuable addition to your collection. Next up, the 1973 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark. We'll explore its value, significance, and why it's considered a gem among collectors. The Monticello Jefferson nickel was first issued in 1938 and features a design that pays tribute to Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. The obverse shows a portrait of Jefferson, while the reverse depicts his Virginia home, Monticello. The 1973 edition, particularly with the D mint mark, was minted in Denver. This coin is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighing 5 grams and measuring 21.21 mm in diameter. While it may not contain precious metals like silver, its collectible value has grown significantly in recent years. The D mint mark indicates that this nickel was produced in Denver, one of the U.S. Mint's primary production facilities. Coins with the D mint mark tend to be more sought after by collectors, especially when they're in very good condition. This is due to their relatively lower mintage compared to other mint marks, which adds to their desirability. So, what's the current market value of the 1973D Monticello Jefferson nickel in very good condition? Depending on the specific grade and current demand, you might see prices ranging from $200,000 for coins in good condition. However, if you find a coin that has been well preserved or graded higher, it could fetch upwards of $300,000 or even more in some cases. If you're looking to add a 1973D Jefferson nickel to your collection, there are several places to look. Coin shops, online marketplaces like eBay, and local coin shows are great starting points. Remember to check the condition and price before making a purchase. Additionally, joining local coin clubs can connect you with other collectors who might have leads on valuable coins. To wrap up, the 1973D Monticello Jefferson nickel might not be made of silver, but its historical significance and growing market value make it a noteworthy piece for any collector. Next up, the 1969 Monticello nickel with the S mint mark. This little 5-cent coin has become a significant player in the market, and we're here to uncover its value, rarity, and why it's so sought after today. So, grab your magnifying glass. First, let's take a step back and discuss the Monticello nickel itself. This coin features a profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, with his famous estate, Monticello, depicted on the reverse. It was first minted in 1938 and has undergone several design changes over the years. But today our focus is on the 1969 edition, specifically the version minted at the San Francisco Mint, marked with an S. The 1969 nickel, with its S mint mark, is particularly interesting because it was minted primarily for collectors as part of proof sets. Unlike regular circulation coins, proof coins are produced using a special process that makes them shinier and more detailed. The 1969 S nickel was part of a limited mintage, which contributes to its scarcity today. Coin collectors know that condition is everything. The grading system, from poor to mint state, determines a coin's value. For the 1969 Monticello nickel, coins in higher grades, such as and above, are extremely valuable. Coins with a deep black color shade, indicating excellent preservation, can fetch even higher prices at auction. In today's market, the value of a 1969 S mint mark nickel can vary significantly based on its condition. For example, a well-preserved, uncirculated coin could be valued at around $300,000. However, rarer variants, or those graded above, can command prices of $500,000 or more, and in some instances, even upwards of $700,000 at auction. These values are subject to market fluctuations, so it's wise to keep an eye on current trends. If you're looking to find a 1969 Monticello nickel with an S mint mark, you might want to check local coin shops, online marketplaces, or even coin shows. These venues often have knowledgeable dealers who can assist you. If you own one of these coins and are considering selling, make sure to have it appraised by a professional for an accurate assessment of its value. In conclusion, the 1969 Monticello nickel with the S mint mark is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, this coin represents a unique opportunity to explore the world of coin collecting. Next up, the 1987 D Monticello Jefferson nickel. If you think nickels are just pocket change, you might be in for a surprise. The Jefferson nickel has a rich history that dates back to 1938, when it was first introduced to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The obverse features a portrait of Jefferson, while the reverse showcases his iconic home, Monticello. Designed by Felix Schlag, this nickel has seen several design changes over the years, but the Monticello reverse has remained a constant. This nickel is not just any coin, it's a piece of American history. Now, let's focus on the 1987 D Monticello Jefferson nickel. The D indicates that this coin was minted in Denver. While it may look like your average nickel, in very fine condition, it can hold significant value in today's market. A coin is classified as very fine if it shows clear details but some wear. For our 1987 D nickel, you can still see Jefferson's profile and the details of Monticello quite well. This is where the value begins to rise. So, how much is this coin worth? In today's market, a 1987 D Jefferson nickel in very fine condition can fetch anywhere from $30,000 depending on demand and the seller. However, if you happen to have one in uncirculated condition or with unique features, you might see prices climb significantly higher. Keep in mind that the coin market fluctuates and prices can change based on trends, collector interest, and overall economic conditions. Always do your research before buying or selling. Why is the 1987 D nickel so appealing to collectors? Well, there are several reasons. First, it represents a specific year in US history. Secondly, its association with Jefferson and Monticello adds to its allure. Furthermore, the relatively low mintage of certain years can make these coins more desirable. For example, while millions were produced in 1987, the condition and specific mint marks create opportunities for collectors. If you're lucky enough to have one of these coins, it's crucial to handle it with care. Always hold coins by the edges to avoid fingerprints and store them in a dry, cool place, preferably in protective holders. There are also several grading services that can help you assess the condition of your coin. Professional grading can enhance its value, especially if you plan to sell. To wrap things up, the 1987 D Monticello Jefferson nickel is more than just a 5-cent piece, it's a valuable collectible in today's market. If you have one in very fine condition, take pride in it. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell for more content on coin collecting. Share your thoughts or questions in the comments below. Until next time, happy collecting.